Hello, everyone. It is with pleasure that I welcome you to this IAAM show, where it's all about marriage. You remember I told you that when it comes to the IAAM show, we will discuss at one point or the other everything that has to do with the marriage institution, from singles eligible to courting, dating, marriage, the ceremony, the lifestyle in marriage, parenting, and the list is endless. Today, I brought you a big fish, and I would allow her introduce herself to the house. You are welcome on the IAAM show.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you.
Please, can you introduce yourself to everyone?
My name is Evie Jesumuiwa. I'm a fashion designer, but a specialist in wedding dresses. The name of my brand is Evie Attire.
So you remember I told you that I brought you a big fish. Evie Attire is indeed a big fish when it comes to brides wear and reception gowns. You can check her out and you will be shocked. And today, I actually want us to discuss about the bride. You know, we hear this funny saying that God win, because singles believe that every Saturday somebody is getting wedded somewhere around in the town. And it is true. Somebody actually is getting wedded every Saturday. So we are going to be discussing about bridal wears. And my first question will be that you've been in this business of fashion for how long?
I've been in the business of fashion for 10 years.
Wow.
Yes, we
10
just clocked 10 years on the 1st of
years.
September this year.
Wow. So definitely you brought a wealth of experience to share with the audience
by the grace
today.
of God, yes, ma'am.
So we see different kinds of bride. You see
Okay.
pictures on the social media, you see pictures on the news. Sometimes you attend weddings yourself and you see the bride enter. And everybody's actually looking forward to what the bride would
Going to wear.
look like, because the bride is actually in the spotlight on that day.
Yes.
And when the bride makes the appearance, some look so gorgeous and you can be certain that these are particularly intentional about their appearance.
Yeah.
And there are some other brides you see that you start wondering that, who did you plan with? Why are you looking like this? Some look shabby, then some others look rather uncomfortable. They look seemingly beautiful, but you can pick
Tell.
from their appearance that they are not breathing fine, they are not feeling free in what they wear. I think I hear people say they snatched their waist, or maybe they use corset or something.
Yes.
Must it always be like that? The question is, what advice do you have for brides when it comes to picking styles or designs regarding their gowns?
Okay, so when it comes to choosing your dress, before you choose your dress as a bride-to-be, the very first thing you want to understand is your body shape, right? You need to learn and find out, what is my body shape and what kind of silhouettes would pair well with my body shape. So we have about 5 major body shapes. The first one is the easiest one, that's the hourglass body shape. So for the hourglass, you have the shape where your shoulder and your bust area is almost the same as your hips, just slightly smaller, but they are pretty defined, and you have a very slim waist. So that way your body has the shape of an hourglass. And if you have this body shape, you can wear almost any silhouette. Anything would work fine for your body shape. But the best dresses, the best silhouettes for that kind of body shape that would accentuate your beauty would be like a mermaid dress, or a fit and flare dress, a trumpet dress, anything that is fitted around the top area and flares out towards your knee. That's the best one if you have that body shape. Then we also have the pear body shape. The pear body shape, they are not so full on their upper parts. So their bust is not, is not big, it's not wide, their shoulder is not wide. And then they are full on the lower part. So you have broad hips and so on and so forth. So if you have that kind of shape, you want to wear something that would make you look a bit more balanced. So you can wear a flare dress. So a dress that is fitted at the top and then flares out, maybe with a little exaggeration or structure on your shoulder, so it puts a balance to it. And then if you have an inverted triangle shape, that means your upper body, your shoulder and your bust is broad compared to your lower body. So you should not be wearing a fitted dress if you have that shape. You should wear something that is going to make you look a bit more full on the bottom, like a ball dress or an A-line from the waist and so on and so forth. Then the final body shape we have would be the rectangle body shape. That's the athletic body shape. If you have that shape, it means you are a little bit muscular, so your body is toned. Your shoulder, your waist, and your hips, they are almost like the same thing. So if you have that body shape, it will be advisable you wear something that is not too clingy, like a sheet dress, or you can also get away with a ball dress. So I would say the first step for a bride, you know, to look good on her wedding day is to study and research. Look at her body, take her measurements, and know what is my body shape and what kind of dress would best fit my body shape. That's the first step. Then secondly, we have some brides that, like you said, they want to be snatched, they want to wear corset. And as far as I'm concerned, it's not a bad idea. If you know you can handle it, right? I have brides that have told me, if you know you can handle it. Yes. There are brides that come in and say, I don't need my waist on that day. I just want to look good. So if you know you can handle it and you can work with that, then it's totally fine. Just know you're wearing for a few hours, then you change into something else. So if you can handle the pressure on your waist, fine. It's just like at the end of the day, you get to see your pictures and then you love what you look like. But if you're not up for that, you want something more comfortable, you should still research to know what style will best fit you. And don't be a last minute bride. That also happens. If somebody's looking,
be a last minute bride.
Yes, when it comes to your dress particularly, right? So like you mentioned that there are some brides that look shabby on their wedding day. That's most likely because they made a last minute arrangement, right? I had a bride recently that came in on a Wednesday. Her wedding was on a Thursday. There are brides that have their wedding. She came in on Wednesday and we're actually doubting. No, she wanted to pick a dress off the rack, which is fine. But still, you should have come ahead to check it, you know, try. We might need to adjust, might need to dry clean, all of that. But she came on Wednesday for a wedding on Thursday. And we're actually doubting, like, is your wedding really tomorrow? Until we heard what they were all saying. So that kind of bride, she doesn't care. So anyway, she looks on Thursday, she's fine. But there are brides that will come like a year before their wedding. So
please,
try to plan on time.
Cut you short.
Yes,
don't look anyhow on your wedding day.
Yes.
Opt for appearance that will make you like your pictures. Because after the wedding, there is the memory. You need to be intentional so that you will have fond memories of your big day.
Yes.
Don't have pictures you will not want to share with people. Don't have pictures your children will see in the future and will make a mockery of you. Be intentional.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So my next question. For a bride that is on a low budget regarding her clothing, what would be your professional advice to her?
Okay, so for a bride that's on a budget, my advice to you is to rent a dress, particularly for your wedding dress, right? I would prefer you rent a dress because if you choose that because I'm on a low budget, let me just give my regular tailor fabric and money to make it happen. It might not come out looking as beautiful, as perfectly as you would love it to, right? So you go to someone that specializes in making wedding dresses because there are a lot of tips and tricks that we do for wedding dresses that we will not do for a regular dress. So instead of, if you can't afford to make a custom one or to buy, just rent. Go to someone who is good at wedding dresses or specializes in wedding dresses and rent something from them so that you get the high standard, the quality dress you want, but at a low budget.
Okay, let me quickly pick something out of what you said.
Yes, ma'am.
They should go rent dresses. The idea of renting wedding gown resonates differently with different people.
Yes.
You hear some people say, that is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. That's a once-in-a-lifetime event. How can you be wearing a gown somebody else had worn? That is one. Then the second thing is some so-called spiritual circles will tell you, what if the person is possessed? What if the person has one particular covenant working against their life? And then the person has won it before and the cause is resident on that. Then some people will still believe that because of fetish disposition of African societies, that what is the proof that the person that wore the clothes before has not placed a particular voodoo on the clothes to make sure that anybody that wears it next, maybe they take the person's glory or whatever. What do you have to say about renting wedding gowns? Okay, so when it comes to renting wedding gowns, right, you can't really eat your cake and have it, right? So you need to know that you would have something and then you have to compromise on the other thing. So if you're renting a wedding dress, we have the options of first wear, which means you are the very first bride to wear that dress. So at least there's nobody that's worn it that has any curse or any spirit here. So you can do that. You are saying that there are some rented clothes or some rented wedding gowns that are first wear.
Yes, that means you're the very first bride to wear it.
To wear it, though you are renting it.
Though you are renting it, you're the very
That's
first
impressive.
bride. Yes, so you can do that. Or if you don't want to rent, you're on a budget, right? You can then look for an alternative that can make you a simple wedding dress. If you're making a simple wedding dress, you're not going to have to spend so much. So if you're going to be renting a wedding dress, except you're going to be the first person to wear it, right? If you're not the first person to wear it and you don't want to wear what somebody has worn before, then you can liaise with your designer if they don't mind getting the dress back from you after the wedding. So that way you're not spending so much. So it's almost like you're renting it. It's a custom dress, but you're renting it, so you return it after your wedding.
Okay.
Yes.
So that response brought another thought to mind.
Yes, ma'am.
In the case of you making a dress, after liaising with your fashion person that you're going to return the dress to them, or maybe because of the knowledge of the fact that most times wedding dresses are not reusable, do you think it's a profitable or it's a good idea to invest so much into wedding dresses? Because I've heard some people say this, they add their wedding dresses sewn for 10 million, 6 million and co. And I'm thinking, is it actually economical for me to invest that much into a cloth I will not be able to wear again? I hear some people say, oh, you can sell it back to the person that you bought it from and whatever. But I feel that that's limiting. That's limiting in the sense that they know that it's no longer of use to you. So they can bargain or price it ridiculously. The second thing is that if you give them that, okay, be leasing this out for me, and then probably will be sharing the profit. What's the probability that the incoming clients will like that style or will be the exact size of the person that owns that? And some people will say, oh, we can pick a style that you can wear later, that when we just remove the veil, it would be. But I've always noticed that when they do that, you can still pick it. Maybe from the kind of material that was used or from the kind of style or embellishment on the clothes. You will know that this is not a normal cloth. So how do one put to use a wedding gown? How can it be made reusable? How can one get value from it?
Okay, so the first thing that I would say to that is that you need to realize that a wedding gown is for a wedding, right? So there is a name to it. Every dress has an occasion. You have sportswear, you have office wear, and so on and so forth. You have a wedding gown. It is for a wedding. So the first thing you should remind yourself is that this dress is for a special and a particular occasion. It's not a dress I'm supposed to wear multiple times. I'm supposed to wear it for my wedding. It's a one-off. So you can choose to keep it, cherish it, pass it on to your children, and so on and so forth. But if you're not so emotional and you don't feel like, why should I have my wedding dress after the wedding? Then you have other options. So the options you have, like you mentioned, you can make a design that is something you can wear after. But the honest truth is nobody really wears it after because it will look like a wedding gown.
Definitely.
So instead, you can try to rent. That's the first option you have. If you don't want to spend so much on a wedding dress and just have it with you, the first option is to rent. Now, if you don't like the idea of renting, the second option you have is to make a custom rental gown. That means that they're making the dress for you, but they'll get it back from you after the wedding. But you need to put it at the back of your mind that this wedding gown, I was supposed to wear it just once, is a one-off investment. You're getting married once in your lifetime. Every other thing you pay for on that day is one-off. So that's the same thing that will happen with the dress. But now it's a plus. Yes.
Let me come in here.
Yes, ma'am.
When you are sewing your wedding gown, have it at the back of your mind that it is a one-off investment. Just like the food, the cake,
the makeup, the
hair. Makeup happened for that event, and after that event, that was all to it. So you have to condition your mind that in case you are able to get compensations from it later, fine. And if you are not able to, it served its purpose.
Exactly. So once you have that at the back of your mind, you won't be so desperate to get money back from it. But then you have the options of talking to your designer to put it back in their store, to either rent it out or find a buyer. That way you make money from it. So that's the first option. Then you can also opt to have a simple wedding dress that will not cost you so much, right? I'm not going to advise anybody to go to your regular tailor or designer to make you a wedding dress because it won't come out as a wedding dress. Something about it will still give Ashwebi. So just go to someone that makes wedding dresses.
dresses.
Either you make a very simple one that won't cost you so much, so whether they sell it or you keep it fine, or even if you're going to spend a lot of money, your plan should be to give it back to them to try and rent it out or sell it, or even you share your pictures with your friends. You might get someone to buy it. But if you're not up for all that, then you keep your dress as a memory that you cherish.
Okay.
Yes.
So the worst that can happen if you don't get an appropriate way to exchange your gown, in case you don't want to keep it.
Yeah.
If you don't get an appropriate means to exchange your gown for good return, is to cherish it for memory purposes. Maybe when your children are now teenagers, they can play in it and have fun memories with. Another question is, there is this saying that clients are always right.
Yeah.
So what happens when your client is demanding for a dress that you know that this is a no-no, this will not fit?
Yeah. So if a bride is asking us to make a dress that we know does not work for our body shape, the first thing I would do is to advise you. I would advise you I look at your body shape and I tell you, based on how your body is, this is the silhouette I think is best for you. For example, if you have a bride that has an inverted triangle shape, so that means she's slim on her hips, and then she wants to wear a mermaid dress, I would just advise, okay, are you sure this is the silhouette you really want to go with? If she says yes, fine, we can pad the hips. Are you open to that? Just so you have a very balanced look. So if she's not open to us padding the hips, she's not open to all the little solutions we can put to make it look good, then I would just allow her go with her guts and go with the silhouette she wants us to make for her. Because the best you can do is to advise them that, okay, I don't think this suits you. Do you want us to, work around it to suit you, or would you like to change your silhouette entirely? But if she's not open to it, you honestly would just have to go with what she has asked for. But most times, they actually go with your advice. Okay. For people that are open-minded, they go with your advice, and then you can tweak it. Either you change the silhouette entirely, or you do some padding here and there, add some trains here and there, just to make it look good on her body shape.
Okay. So I think what I picked from there is that after all is said and done, the bride owns her day.
Yes.
And the bride has the right to her looks.
Yes.
So your role as a fashion person, a bridal fashion person, is to tell her ahead of time what would best suit her and give her various pieces of valuable advice to make a final decision of gown from. But if your client insists, because everybody comes to you with a picture in their head or in their mind of how they want to look on their big day. So if she insists, since she's the one that is paying you, give her what she wants, just to make sure whatever you are giving her is beyond reproach. Another question I would ask is, I noticed that different fashion designers take measurements in different ways.
Yeah.
In fact, there was somebody that took my measurement and I was beginning to wonder that, is it more than just taking my measurement? The list of things to be measured was going to about 46 or 40 something. Madam, can you fold your knuckles? They measured. Can you bend your elbow?
Yeah,
can you? And I was wondering, are you trying to sew a cloth or a parachute? What is all this? Fold your knuckle, bend your elbow and everything. And there are people that I took measurements with, and everything they took wasn't up to like 10 different kind of things and the measurements, and they told me that was all. So in the view of different fashion designers having different ways with which they measure, would you advise a bride to take measurement from a particular fashion designer and send it to another fashion designer for a gown? What I mean is, maybe somebody promised you that, oh, I'm covering your gown. Just send the measurements to me. Or maybe you have an uncle or an aunt outside the country and the person just tells you, just send your measurement, we will get the gown ready and things like that. What is your advice to instances where you measure with one person and you send it to another person?
It's not advisable, not for a bride. You can do that for any other of your dresses that you can manage. but you can't manage your wedding dress. So if you're going to make a wedding dress, whoever is making your wedding dress for you should take your measurements, because we cut in different ways. We do our patterns in different ways. Some people don't even use patterns at all. While other people that use patterns, we have different kind of methods for drafting patterns and for cutting these dresses. So that's why every designer takes measurements based on what they know that they need when they are creating the dress for you. So it's advisable that whoever it is that is making your dress should be the one to take your measurements. And even if it's a surprise, the uncle is trying to surprise his nephew, his niece with the dress, it's better you just make payments, send her the money or send the designer the money, but let her be a part of the process. Let her do her measurements at the right place. And if you can't even go there physically, they can take your measurements virtually. Almost every designer does that now. Yes, irrespective of your location.
I'm just hearing that they can take measurements
virtually over video call. You know, someone will just be with you and assist, and then we guide you and get your measurements. Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes.
And that's creative of you, fashion designers.
Yes. We have to find a way, because we have Nigerians everywhere now, and they still want to make their dresses from Nigeria. So, yes, ma'am.
So another thing is some people that like to order their wares. Oh, I love maybe I'm a Givenchy fan. I'm a particular brand fan, and I want to order my clothes. What do you advise such? Because I've seen instances where, as a result of the running up and down for the big day, somebody that used to be size 12
has lost weight or has added weight
and become a size 10. And there are some people, pressure makes them put on weight rather than lose weight.
Yes.
So I already told them, send me size 12, and I'm now size 14. Then I also discovered that across countries, those sizes vary.
They vary.
What size 12 is in US might not be what it is in the UK.
Yes.
So what do you advise people that are considering, oh, I want to import my clothes, I want to order my clothes and things like that?
Okay, so if you want to buy your wedding dress from overseas, if you're buying from a country where they use standard sizes, so it's not a custom dress, you just have to first of all find out what your measurement is according to their standard sizes. So they would send you a chart, then you'll be able to choose. So even if here in Nigeria you wear UK 10 and you're buying from the US, you need to see the chart and know that, okay, it's not going to be US 10 out there. So if you're buying a standard size dress, not a custom made dress, you should just work with their size chart according to your measurements to get the right fit. But if you're making a custom dress from overseas, like you're outside the country, you're probably making from Nigeria or vice versa, what you do is, so what we do, for example, at the atelier is we ensure that the dresses have an adjustable closure.
Ooh.
Yes, so it has a lace-up closure rather than a zipper.
Please let me quickly interrupt you.
Yes.
Please, hope you paid attention to that salient point. If you are ordering your clothes, insist that it has an adjustable closure.
Yes, so that helps us in a situation where you've added weight or you've lost weight. So an adjustable closure is a corset closure. So it's not just one size, as a zipper is. A zipper will give you just one size, but it is adjustable. So even if you put on weight, it's, you know, it will expand a bit to your new weight, or if you lose weight, you can shrink it to your current size. So that's what we do for anybody that is buying a dress from overseas. So even if you have to do that, ensure that you don't go for a zipper. If not, you would have to be looking for who can do alterations for you at the end of the day. Yes,
another question I would want to ask is, some people copying the Western approach to weddings now. They have themes for their wedding. Oh, beachside wedding, pool party wedding, garden wedding, this wedding, that wedding. Does the theme of the wedding influence the gown the bride can wear, or can the bride just decide, this is how I want to look on my wedding, regardless of the theme?
No, so your dress has to be in line, in tune with the theme you have chosen for your wedding. At least you're the one that chose the theme for the wedding. So your dress has to be in line. Even the location of your wedding, your dress has to fit the location. Like you mentioned, beachside.
Come again.
Yes, the location of your wedding. The dress has to fit the location.
Wow.
What you'd wear if you were having your wedding in a castle or a fairy tale kind of wedding, it's not the same you would wear. It's not the same dress you would wear if you're having a beachside wedding.
Wow.
So if you're having your wedding at the beach, you need to wear something that doesn't have a long train. Wow. If not, it will get stuck up in the sand and get dirty. So something flowy, like a boho dress, a simple A-line dress. You don't need all those hoop skirts and big structured gowns if you're doing a beachside or an outdoor wedding. But if you now have like a modern wedding, a Victorian wedding that is indoor in a cathedral and so on, then you can do a dramatic ball wedding and so on. And now we even have a lot of minimalist brides. So if your theme is minimalist, your dress should, you know, replicate that idea. You should have a simple, probably a satin look without too much lace, no details, just pearls here and there and so on. So your dress has to be in line with your theme and even your location.
That's amazing. I never
Thank you.
saw it from that angle before.
Yes, it's important.
And before I release you on this particular edition, I want to ask this last question. So I noticed that some bride, they would be saying that total package, that when they get the gown, total package. I don't know whether the total package just meant the veil, or maybe it includes gloves or bouquet or whatever. When they are saying that, oh, they ordered total package or whatever, what does that mean?
So usually,
what are they supposed to expect
in the
their
total package? That happens a lot with off-the-rack dresses. So you are renting a dress. When you're renting, they don't want to bother about, oh, who will make my veil? Where will I get my bouquet? My hair accessory? Do you understand? So what comes with it? If you're renting a dress, you get a veil, you get a bouquet, you can get a robe, a bridal silk robe. Some will give you earrings. You know, different brands have different things they give, but those are the general, the accessories that the bride needs. Maybe flip-flop, your bridal flip-flops, and so on. Those are things that come in the package. But usually for a custom bride, people that decide to make a custom dress, they are usually particular about every single thing. So they might have who they want to make their bouquet, have a separate person they want to get their hair accessories from, have who they want to get their earrings from. So they are not so particular. So for custom dresses, we don't necessarily have a package. It's just the dress. We even talk about the veil separately from the dress because there are different types of veils. But for rental, there are different lengths, different designs when it comes to veils. But for rental, we've already made a dress, a veil that would, you know, pair well with the dress. So once you rent the dress, the veil comes with it and all those other things. So that's what they're referring to when they say package.
Wow, thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
This session is so educative.
And
I want to believe that you have learned so much from this. If you are a bride-to-be, you now know what to do. And if you are a family to the bride or a friend to the bride, you know the valuable advice to give to her in order for her to look exquisite on a big day. Until we come your way the next time, enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for having me. Thank you.
Have a nice time.